My mic is muted. Well, my mic is not muted now. Greetings. We are here in the lab. We're in the lab. Now I have to let y'all know this. I don't. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'd let y'all know I don't know what's going on my end. On my end, we're in the lab. I don't know because I know oftentimes we do get the messages that our internet connection is slow over here. We're right here on the east side city, Savannah. And so we have a little problem going on my end right here. But then we roll with it now. What's going on? That it must be some other little gremlins and other little trolls that came throughout. Again, the music for Run Tell That. We're glad to have you all here with us. We are here tonight, this evening, and we have some special guests with us. And you know, all our guests are special. We got Quincy Jones right here in the house. Quincy Jones right there, bam, in the bottom. Then up top, to my left, and you got Giovanna Rogers right here, and Cavante D. Kelly may be joining us. This show right here, we're focusing on a couple of things, two things in particular, because we're going to have a conversation. One, we're going to throw out, and it involves the Orange Crush. Orange Crush have some dialogue about that. But then also, now I talk about why these people right here are important, why they are important. That's why we want some others to join us too. And why they are important, because they are Black college graduates. They are graduates of college, and they are African American. Oh, that is important. That is essential. So we're going to jump right into it. So we're going to do this right here because, you know, we always do that, even though y'all might know one of the producers for Run Tell That. Excuse me, let me back up. Because, again, the president of Our Black Media, not like that. She's one producer of all the shows for what we know as Our Black Media. She also handles the shows from financial literacy to the rabble, going on to, you know, taking the journey together with the bus. So again, we go Giovanna Rogers.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm introducing myself, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Hello everyone. My name is Giovanna Rogers. I am graduating with a 3.39. I'm a theater major, Africana Studies minor. I'm also a member of the illustrious Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Thank you, Giovanna Rogers. Yes. We have another, I guess we have to then go and say this. We have another Delta in the house, a couple of Deltas in the house. And we're not going to Quincy Jones, you know. Giovanna said, Giovanna adopted daughter, Quincy, my nephew. So go ahead, Quincy. Just let you go ahead and represent.
I don't know why this is always make me nervous, but my name is Quincy Jones. I already graduated last year from Savannah State University. Like Jamal said, I am a member of Delta Sigma Pi, a business fraternity at Savannah State University. And I'm not going to give out my grade point average, you know, it's classified, you know, but yeah, that's it.
All right. And so just say that. So I guess we're going to say there are 3 Delta Sigs in the house, 3 Delta Sig. And me, I'm Kappa Chi chapter. Delta Sigma Pi professional fraternity at Savannah State University. Got the band right here. Oh, is it flipped on the other side right here? And then crazy, then we got Delta Sigma Theta in the house. As you know, she threw it up, but just like I didn't expect that. So we're gonna throw this on out there because Kwesi has had much interest with regards to so much conversation about this right here. Orange Crush Kwesi. Now I have to say this: Giovanna was at Orange Crush. Kwesi was at Orange Crush. Everybody was at Orange Crush. So I'm just throwing it out.
I didn't make it. I ain't make it. I wish I did, but I ain't make it. I ain't make it at all.
No, I heard it was a lot of fun. I wasn't there to see it.
It looked like it was fun from what I saw on the internet. But yes, what you wanna start with?
You had thoughts about it. You had some concerns and things like that. We just engage in a conversation. Then we're gonna move on because actually people may not understand. This is the role of the Black scholars, of those scholars who now graduated last year, this year. This is their roles right now to be the leaders. And so this is something that, again, pertinent to all of us. So we throwing it out there to you.
Well, really, my whole thing about it was that I didn't like the fact that the aftermath of Orange Crush and the locals on the island, wanted to start a petition, I guess, to end Orange Crush, And to me, the reason why I'm so passionate about this is because I know that the island used to be off limits for Black people, people of our color, back in the day, they weren't on the island, period. And we fought hard to get that right, And so they're trying to take the right again because they don't like the festival of Orange Crush. And that's why I'm so passionate about it. They don't want us being out there. They call us animals. Said we have no home trainer, just paint us in the bad light, So that's why I'm passionate about it.
All right. Anything you want to say, Giovanna? Are you good with regards to that? So, but again,
I didn't go, but I mean, I do agree with what Kwesi is saying. One thing that really concerned me the most about Orange Crush was the pollution that was happening afterwards. Because, I saw a few TikToks or maybe even an article I think I saw talking about the pollution that happened afterwards. So I would say if they're doing anything on the beach of that matter, then, just throw away your trash or, at least have like a crew or a team that will fix it. Tabby's already a little polluted.
And that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? They show the trash that's on the beach, and there's a lot of trash on the beach after Orange Crush. That we ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? But Savannah State have students that go out there and do community service and pick up the trash on the island. They don't mention that, they don't show that, you know what I'm saying? They've been doing that ever since the start of Orange Crush, but they never mention how Savannah State students go out and clean. The locals care so much about the beach. That's their beach, they said, but they don't go out there and clean it up. How they say they love it or whatnot. Savannah State students, the ones who out there always go out there. Even when I was a sophomore, I went out there for Orange Crush for community service one time to clean. So it's a thing that we do, but it's really, they just trying to find ways to get Orange Crush shut down or banned so we don't have no large number of Black students or just young Black people on the beach. And that's why I want to fight hard for Orange Crush to stay. But yeah. I was reading a newspaper yesterday, and it was talking about Orange Crush, and they had like a city council meeting, how people was angry, and they voiced their opinions about Orange Crush and what should be done for like an hour. They said in this newspaper. Now, this dude named Britton Wigfall, I think that's how you pronounce his name, said that he identifies himself as the main promoter of this year's Orange Crush. I think what we need to do is get in contact with him because he said he wants to work with Tybee Island, the city of Tybee Island, to find ways to make it more palatable for the locals, So if I get in contact with him and talk to him about things we could do to help save Orange Crush, and I'm willing to do that,
So listening to it, and then just like what you shared, Kwesi, that there's even been some of y'all may think, well, that was back in April. No, it's still been ongoing conversations about this right here. You've had folks going to discuss. They said, was Tybee prepared for this right here? Did Tybee do what they need to do? Because when it comes down to it, you saw also that you have law enforcement agencies from around the area, regional law enforcement agencies, who now get involved with regards to not trying to handle it. So you have the deluge with regards to people coming onto the island, but then people not being prepared. That's on the governmental side with regards to that. But then also another economic side to this right here, that when it comes down to it, that St. Patrick's Day, you don't see that type of ruckus with regards to that. And I'm saying you see an organization from governmental entities, they are now working together. In fact, just throw it out there, Alderwoman Keisha Gibson Carter, she made a point of saying, hey, let us now have a conversation. Let us have a conversation about this so we can make sure that our children are taken care of. Because it's not just college students who are going there. Again, it is young African Americans who are going out there predominantly. And so with that, everything is thrown out there that make people be frightened, and then do not go and act like St. Patrick's Day is like a godsend celebration that's going on when they're at Tybee. Let's not go and say on 4th of July, or let's not go and say on Memorial Day weekend, which is the start of summer for some people officially, and go on to Labor Day, that we see this. We see the actions, we see the behaviors that have gone on. We understand about the underage drinking that's done by other people, but then now what you do, you criminalize these younger African Americans. That all what happens that you criminalize them when they're young, you criminalize them when they're older. So again, it's that cycle that's still right there, and we don't address it. But then also another private component to this too. And I say a private component, that is the citizens, that is the people who are out there who have businesses there on Tybee also, who then decide to shut down and close their businesses. And so some of y'all, like Zoomsies, they put something out there why they decide to close down their business. What I'm saying is a statement that they was put out there publicly. So I'm not saying, I'm not coming something that was concocted. They say it was with regards to a part of it was tied to the travel with regards to their employees. So, I'm throwing it out there. What's your thoughts with regards to that? Because we had some conversation. Quasi, you and I have had some conversations about that because there's some other things I want to delve into with regards to that.
Yeah, see, my whole thing about, stores and gas stations closing for Orange Crush, trying to be nasty or whatever. So to be honest with you, I don't really care about that. If they choose to not, take people's money for whatever reason, they love their personal reasons, that's fine. I had no problem with that. My whole thing was just they trying to not access the beach. Like you said in our previous conversations, we get people come out there and start selling things, They ain't no problem. They ain't no worry, Like, even though it was an inconvenience that, people needed gas and they closed the gas stations, that's cool, but that was the only thing. You know what I'm saying? We don't really care that they don't want to take our money. We care about they trying to deny access to the beach. Like they own the beach, So, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, like you said, we get vendors out there, come and we support the black vendors that comes for Orange Crush. We pay for our food there. If you're hungry, if you're thirsty, because it's hot outside, we go to all the black-owned businesses. We don't have to go with the locals of Tybee Island. That's easy.
All right. Giovanna, any thoughts that you may have? Because then I'm gonna throw some things out. If you want me to just say, you just go ahead and roll with it, I'll go ahead and roll with it because I want to get it on out there, put it out there. And Reverend Betty Jones, glad to have you here with us. Glad to have you with us, Reverend Betty Jones.
I mean, I didn't know that any of these things were going on. I didn't know that they were trying to stop Orange Crush. But I think, if anything, if the people on Tybee Island do not want to have their businesses open, if there's a will, there is a way. So keep it going. The show must go on.
So yes, so businesses closed on Tybee. And some people were upset about it. Some people were bothered by that. Some people had some issues with that. I want to say that now on Tybee, there are a couple of African-American businesses that they're just like, again, there's some African-American establishments there on Tybee Island. And so what I said to folks, what you going to do, you're going to support those businesses that are owned by us. That's what you're going to do. That's economic power right there. We're going to show them. Now, I got to give y'all the other side to this, that you have some businesses owned by other people that they went and talked about how they sold out of items that had to go back and replenish themselves like 3 times. That for them, it was a boom with regards to the economic dollars that they had got. This is what some of the businesses on Tybee said. So that getting up on the private end. Now, what I did go and say, now some of you out there, and some of y'all who let's check out the show, y'all have probably said, that's wrong about the business. I had said, hey, what would have been even more fantastic? That if out the 50,000, because at least initially some people said that they were expecting 10,000, but then 40, 50,000 showed up. I said, imagine if that 40, 50,000 spectators or patrons, if they had gone to, say, the House of Prayer, if they had gone to Cool Vibes, if they had gone to Sweet Spice, if they had gone to African American restaurants and purchased items there, then went out to Tybee with those items. That again, you're gonna be on the beach. You take it on out. You go get your items right there. You want to get your curry chicken, all that. You take your own food out there to Tybee. If you want drinks, if you go by, say, Josie Shepherd, if you go by, Shepherd Brothers and go get you get your drinks from there, and then you take it on out there. You go gas up at Shepherd Brothers. You go to our businesses and spend that money. Those that are located in Savannah and in Pooler, and those maybe in Port Wentworth, that you go to our places and go and buy it. So that's what I was looking at. I was like, that's right, because that sends a message to them that guess what? We don't need you all. Guess what? We drive out here because other people do it. Why we can do the same thing? You want some ice cream? You go to one of the places that are owned by us, establishments owned by us that has it, that you go to. Because again, there are some of us who are creating ice cream, because again, there are vendors who are doing that, who are here. And so I go and say, next time, what we need to do, make a concerted effort and say that we spend with us. That when it comes down to that's a Black Wall Street, that's powerful statement. That's a powerful statement with regard to that. So I look at that economically, that we can now go and do it. And you can still go out to the beach because it is a public beach. Just like we said, it's a public beach. So we can go out there. But guess what? Now when you go out there, you don't spend your money on Tybee, except with Black-owned business over there, or businesses that are in support of your efforts, because the Tybee MLK Human Rights Organization, because again, they do a great work, and there are people who support them. You go to those businesses that support our efforts and are Black-owned businesses. And what you do when you want to take stuff with you, you buy in the city of Savannah or over there in Pooler or Port Wentworth. You buy the stuff and then you take it on out there. That sends a message to all of them over there. Keep your dollars, because that's how we broke them down before. We spent money with ourselves in our communities and then did not buy for them, and that made them rethink what's going on. So I had to throw that out there. So I just got to ask, because Javonna Rogers is wearing two hats right now. She's wearing two hats right now. So she's on the show, but also producing. So do we go to a commercial break, or we don't go to a commercial break? If not, then now I just got to ask Kwesi his thoughts with regards to that.
Let's keep it going.
Okay, all right, I will be remiss. Today, what is going on? It is the celebration of the life of former commissioner, of the late Commissioner Larry Gator Rivers. Larry Gator Rivers, who brought international acclaim with the Harlem Globetrotters. It is now at the Priscilla Thomas Annex. It's going on right now. You can look at it on YouTube also. That's what's going on. So others of the Our Black Media family, they are there. But we opted to go ahead and do the run tell that, because again, we wanted to go and celebrate another way with regard to that. Larry Gator Rivers. So now, Kwesi, any thoughts about that before we jump into another topic with regards to why we are here tonight?
Well, I agree with you. We should spend our money on Black businesses and whatnot. But the problem with that is, a lot of people who come to Orange Crush is people who aren't from here or know anything about Savannah, so they don't know a lot of these vendors. So instead of like going there before you head to the beach, the people, these Black-owned businesses or vendors should come out to the beach, and market themselves like that. Because like I said, a lot of people don't live here or is from here, don't know where these places are at, don't know these places exist. So yeah. But like I said, but I agree with you. They should most definitely spend with us instead of, the Caucasian people that don't want our money in the first place.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I threw out this brilliant thought. And so Kwesi, he like, I agree with you. See how you use, he said, I agree with you. But then he went and took it to another level. People coming here, some of them don't know. So now Kwesi gonna make me not see heels. He pushed me. That what it is. He pushed me. See, that what it is. He pushed me. He just pushed me. I threw it out there. Bam. I thought, whoop, bam, bam, bam. Then what happened? Kwesi like, that's fine. But now I gotta hit you with this right here. Bam. I'm like, okay, wow. Yeah. So now what then happened? I'm not going to say so now. That means that we have to have an even larger marketing campaign about that. So when you come to Savannah, you come to Chatham County, we now let people know this is us right here. This is where you come to. So now Quasi, he takes to another. See, he gonna make me push you to another level. I'm not trying to go to the stratosphere right now. I'm still trying to stay in the atmosphere. But he will push me to the stratosphere, and that's what it's about. That's what this show is about. Also, this show is about those black graduates. Those college graduates, those people walking across the stage, about to walk across the stage, and this is what they do. We can give out information. They take it to another level. So now, Javon, we throw it out there. What do you think is the role or the responsibility of the black college graduate, the black university graduate?
The role and responsibility of a black university graduate. I think the role and responsibility of a graduate is to take what you learn and take it back to the community, because that's how you build generational wealth, especially when it comes to the black community, because not everybody gets the opportunity to go to college. And I will say that also there are in some cases of there are some things you don't have to go to college for that you end up learning from YouTube or someone else, for example, because I'm a theater major. And so, you can learn a lot of things within theater in the back works of theater through someone else, through just personal experience. So, the whole goal is to take what you learn, not go into straight into, yes, you can go into the 9-to-5 job or whatever, but it's what you do with what you learn and taking it out into the community and taking it out to your neighbors, your cousins, just showing them what they can be and show them like you can be this and let me teach you. You teach them and you carry it on.
All right. And so, Quasi, what's your thoughts with regards to what is the obligation and role of the black college graduate, the black university graduate?
I would say encourage. Encourage people in our community to go to college. Those who had second thoughts about going to college, those who don't think college is a good idea. I would say our job is to encourage them, let them know what actually goes on in college. Not even just the ones who are not interested in college, but the ones who are going to college but choose PWIs over HBCUs. Our job is to encourage them, talk to them, educate them about, what our schools is about, what you should expect in college, things of that nature. Not just getting information and coming back and telling them, because a lot of people it's not going to receive it that way. Even though that's a good idea. I feel like we should try to get more numbers, because I don't know if y'all know, but I heard that the population of schools in Georgia, as far as like universities, are decreasing because a lot of people are not going to college no more, or not choosing to go to colleges in Georgia. So I would say most definitely encourage.
Okay. All right. And just to share, and you all said something that is important with regard to, because the African American graduate of a university or a college, they become an example for other people to see, because it has an even greater impact for us, because oftentimes we've been told that we cannot go, we do not have the intelligence, we do not have the abilities, or we have the financial issues that not come into play, and people don't direct us, because we know that there are schools right now here in Chatham County where folks are not told about having the opportunity to go take the ACT or SAT with regards to going on to college. We know at the Martha Ellis Stillwell School of the Performing Arts of the arts, and we know at Bethesda Academy that, again, you have people around you at least gave you that information to help you not see that. But we have a number of our younger people who do not have that information given and provided to them. So they become older people. Then finally, some of them now, let's say maybe in their 60s, in their 30s, in their 40s, that's when they find the information. Imagine what could have happened if they had given that information when they were in their teens. And that is important, because we're going to see the limitations that now occur. Because no matter what, because of course you threw it out there, some people say you don't have to have college. Javon, you threw it out, you don't have to have college. Right, you don't have to, but guess what? That is a part of an accomplishment that nobody can take away from you. I tell folks, when you walk across that stage, you have that degree, guess what? That is something somebody cannot take that away from you. They might try to besmirch your character, besmirch your name, might try to tear up your name, but guess what? You got that piece of paper right there. That is an accomplishment that we have seen in humanity has always had, that you have accomplishments in your life that you achieve. And for some people, they only achieve something once they finish from high school, and that is it. When they didn't have a family, that's it. So, with regards to what advice would you give to that person who is thinking about hoping to go to college? What is the advice that you will give to someone who, with regards to being able to navigate through this landscape that is called post-secondary education? Kwesi.
Advice I would give them, I would say, do not worry about whether or not, I don't know how to word this. Don't worry about failing. Don't worry about failing. You know what I'm saying? College can be intimidating. Going to school again for a long period of time. You feel like after you graduate high school, you feel exhausted with school. You don't want to go back. Then you say, I'm going to put off a year. I'm going to go after that year is up. Then you never go. Don't be intimidated by it. There are challenges in life throughout your life. So don't let college, because you hear horror stories from other people that, you don't want to do it or you're afraid to do it. So my advice I would give is, just be brave and don't get intimidated.
All right. Okay. Good advice. And Giovanna, what advice would you give to that young African-American? And it's applicable to everyone, but we in particular, we're looking at African-Americans right now with regards to when they think about, they have that inkling in their mind that college might be something they want to do, but then the world around them is telling them something different.
I would definitely say don't give up. Because in life is very hard. And, especially in college, it can be very hard because, like Kwesi said before, college can be very intimidating. And so don't give up, because not a lot of people know, but I had a hard time getting into college because of my SAT scores. Like, it's always that 1 or 2 points. And, don't let those small points in your life that tell you that you're not going to make it. Don't let your surroundings make who you are. Keep going and keep pushing. If it's a great environment and they're pushing you, yes. But in some cases, for people, they're around environments that don't really push the fact of going to college. So know your reason why and remember your why and keep going. Don't give up.
Okay. And why is your purpose to lead? Why is it your purpose to lead, Giovanna?
Why is it my purpose to lead? I feel like this is something God has called me to. Honestly, that's the only person I can really give it to is God, because there have been many times where I'm like, nope. But then God be like, boom, put the person right in front of me. And I'm like, okay, so I'm doing this, and I think that's everybody's calling in some type of way, is to lead. So I think it's just something that God has called me to do. And honestly, I'm grateful for it. So.
Okay. All right. Kwesi?
I must be a bad person because God did not, that's not the first thing that came to my mind. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. When I started out at Savannah State, when I first joined DSP, and the ideas I would give to the fraternity or whatnot, they thought it was a great idea, very innovative, and I thought it was just, easy to do. You have a platform, what I'm saying, you have a goal. It's easy to come up with these ideas, but like she said, I get it from God, I guess, because even though it comes natural to me, it don't come natural to everybody else, and you can't really, give yourself all the credit when things come to you naturally. That's a God-given talent. So yeah, I would say God called me to lead. It's easy for me to do it. A lot of people don't like the way I do it because I'm very serious about what I do, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's it.
Kwesi say he's very serious. I've never said this. I've never said this publicly.
What you gonna say?
I've never said this publicly, but I guess this is going to be a moment. We're going to record this moment in history.
Okay.
At his mama's wedding, Kwesi was the ring bearer, and Kwesi walked in. Kwesi was about this tall, right? Kwesi was about this tall, right? He walked in with the ring. I was like, yo, he been serious his whole life. He been serious his whole life. maybe 2 years old. He been serious his whole life. I'm just saying, right there. I was looking. I was like, whoa, he frightened me. I'm like, that joke is serious right there. 2 years old. 2 years old. He walking it. Whoa! So he is serious his whole life. I'm just saying. So I put it out there publicly and just let y'all know. I put it out there publicly.
People say I'm too serious at times, but I'm serious all my life. So, thank you for putting that out there.
And he had a low haircut. He had a low haircut too. Just to let y'all know, he had a low haircut. But so again, he's all grown up. But that's why he has thoughts and ideas that I just mesmerized. I'm mesmerized by it and say, okay, he's doing it. He's doing it. So then, Javonna Rogers, that comes down to it. Also, now we throw it out there. And what must we be doing as a community to support our college students and graduates? What's your thoughts? What you have seen, what you foresee? What must we do as a community? Here I just said, and I'm saying not to you, Javon. I'm saying to those out there who are checking out the show right now. I want you all to listen. What must we be doing as a community for our college graduates, our college students? What must we be doing, Javonna? What's your thoughts on that?
I would say check on them. That's the one thing for sure. Check on them, because again, throughout the whole entire college experience, there are a lot of highs and lows beforehand and going into college. And I think when you have that one person to check on you constantly, to keep you going, to push you through, that is something that can change. That one conversation can change someone's life. So I would say check on them, because mental health is real. Mental health is real. So with talking to them, also giving them resources, give them what they need, ask them what they need. Don't just give it. Don't just give what you think they need. Ask them what they need. Communicate with them.
All right, Kwesi.
I give it to Javonni. To piggyback off what she said, check on them. A lot, like when I graduated and they gave us a limited amount of tickets, I had people ask me, why didn't I get a ticket? You didn't check on me. You didn't ask me how school was going. You didn't even know what major I was in. So don't expect to get a ticket, if you didn't check on me or whatnot. But yeah, I feel like, you should most definitely check on students, because, everybody takes school differently, We have some family members that actually, if you had family members that went to college before, they feel like they took it easy, they went through it, no problems, whatever, but you're not the same people. You know what I'm saying? I might go through different things. I'm more active than you on campus. I got a lot of stuff on my plate. I'm in the leader roles, I don't know how I should handle this situation. I need advice, check on me, call me, ask me how I'm doing, talk to me about the situation that's going on. The people that's giving me problems, just talk to me. But more so than that, I'm going to take it a little bit personal at Savannah State. At Savannah State, we didn't have that much, support as far as our teams and whatnot, our sports. There's this, what's the one I like to say? There's this, people think that Savannah's football team or basketball team is like terrible, like we are trash, right? So they don't come out and they don't support. I go to the games, the stands is damn near empty. The locals don't support no more like they used to back in the day. I would say, buy a ticket, then you will see that not only are we not, sorry, but we actually pretty decent. Like the girls last year, they did really good. Undefeated, went to the championship, well, almost undefeated. The boys did win the championship, but a lot of people don't know that. There's this myth that, Savannah State is just terrible at sports. I feel like, then the school need more income coming in. We have more money going out than coming in. So that will also support the students who have problems as far as financially, but the school financially. So, come in to see a football game, basketball game, because Savannah, Georgia is a basketball city. They play a lot of money. They would buy tickets in advance for a high school basketball game, rightfully so. But they don't come see a college basketball game. Support our local HBCU. I feel like we need to do more. So we need support more as far as, athletics.
Okay. So what I'm going to throw out and this is done Our Black Media. That is the president of Our Black Media. Julius Hall has said to me, he said, hey, Jamal, you know what we got to do? Because we have a number of our students, African-American college students, who are in school and they run into problems financially. He said, we got to create some type of trust to help our students with regards to emergency funds. Also, we understand that the institution should be doing that, but sometimes that information is not so easily available to some of our people. Now, others may know it on the campus, but others may not know it. So with regards to, we have seen with regards to tuition or even with regards to housing, that some of our people have had issues with regards to that. And so some of us have rallied around, some of y'all have been involved in this with regards to us now trying to secure funds for some of our students with regards to who needed that financial assistance. So I'm just going to throw it out there. So as a community where you are located at, if you have a college that is there, you have a school that is there, university that is there, that begin to find out what can you do as a community to help, again, our African-American college students on those campuses. And we have to sometimes, because again, the institutions don't know how to reach out to us. And I'm saying it, they don't know how to reach out to us. At one time, they did do that. Some of them do not because they have no connection to the community anymore. For them, it's just about that little ivory tower just sitting right up there in that classroom. That is it. And so, and Mike Kelly said, Julius always been selfless. He puts everyone before himself. But Mike, he also will go on lie about stuff too. He tried to lie, say Tompkins and all of that. That is not a true. That is a lie. That is a lie. Tompkins is not all that. It's about HBJ. We might talk about Martha Stillwell, the School of the Performing Arts and all that, or the theater, all that, or Bethesda Academy. But when it comes down to it, the best high school in the whole wide world, Herschel B. Jenkins High School, what we call Heavens B. Jenkins High School. But I'm going to go back. So I wasn't going to be doing that right now.
Martha Ellen Stillwell School of the Arts. You get it wrong every time. I wrote it down for you and everything.
But anyway, we need to read the communities wherever you are, especially when you got our students there on those campuses, because sometimes they are in an oasis. Excuse me, they don't have an oasis. You might become that oasis for them. That if it's your church, your civic organization, that you go there, because sometimes you might have a population of only 1% of the entire school African American. So do you not think that some of the local people, because we're in that community, we might need to rally around our children, our youth, our young people? So throw that out there. And so, but that now leads to this right here. It leads over to this. Quasi, you kind of threw it out there. We're going to flow with this right here. It's about being leaders on the campuses that you are. What is the advice and the words that you give to people when they do go to college about being involved in activities, being involved with regards to having decisions about the institution, because that's your community.
I would say, just go out there and get active. Be active on campus, go to the events, even if you're not interested, you might meet somebody in a different organization that you might be interested in. Every university have events that go on almost every day, every week, so there's no excuse for you going to college and you're not participating in no events other than going to parties, which is not a sanctioned event sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So I would say, go out there, meet new people. That goes back to me saying, don't be nervous, be willing to be open. Like my first semester at Savannah State, I sat in the youth every day to do homework or whatever. I ain't talking to nobody. The first person that I actually had to talk to was Jamal, whatever. He got me out my comfort zone. And then he was an outlet for a lot of students. I met almost everybody. My first few friends I met in his office. You know what I'm saying? But if I wasn't open to talk to people, communicate, talk to people, meet people, I wouldn't be a leader. I wouldn't have been a leader at Savannah State, But I would say go out there, try to get active, try to meet new people. And for the organizations on campus, don't be intimidated. There are some organizations out there who pride themselves on intimidating these new students or students in general, because they want to come off as like a superior organization. You can come off as a great organization without intimidating. So that's what I would say.
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. And so, Giovanna Rogers, you are at an institution that's located in 2 cities. And so with that, and you've been involved actively with regards to what has gone on with regards to the institution. So again, throwing it out there to you, leadership, being active. Why is that important to students when they now go to college, they go to university? Why is that important? And what should they be involved in? I'm talking about when I'm saying involved in, should they just be sitting down, just sitting in their dorm or in their apartment? What should they be doing?
I would definitely say no, you shouldn't just be in your room. Definitely, like Kwesi said, please like try to get out of your comfort zone, because getting out of your comfort zone and interacting with other people on campus and interacting with other orgs helps you understand what is going on your campus. And with you understanding what's going on your campus helps you and other students understand what they can fix on the campus. Because if you're just one singular person by yourself, or one singular org by yourself, and you're not incorporating yourself with other students on campus, how can you help your campus? How can you help other students on campus? You know, that's one thing I love, is just being open with other people, because when you're open with other people, that's how you get work done. Collaborating with other people helps you get work done. I wish that Georgia Southern campuses were more connected with each other, because that helps get more work done. And when I say work, I mean, there are a lot of problems going on within both campuses, but we don't know. We don't know about each other's problems. And I can also say students don't know what's going on their own campus. So, just collaborating with other orgs or with other students, helps get things done. And, that's also a way that you can be a leader, is just talking to someone. Because taking the time to just talk to someone else that you may not know, that's you being a leader right there. And, a lot of people like to make leaders being, the thought of being a leader is just doing something so grand. Sometimes it's just the one smallest thing that you can think. So, yeah.
All right. Powerful. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And it made me go and think about something that I was not necessarily going to bring up, but I put Kwesi business out there. I'm put some other people's business out there. So what happened on last week? Because last week was the graduation of Savannah State University, and they had a meeting that was going to be held. And so they got concerned. They had a rumor that the students were going to protest at the National Alumni Association meeting. And so someone contacted me and said that I had incited the students to protest at the Alumni Association meeting. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, you got to rapport with them at that. This is what they said. So then I asked questions about where do you get the information from? They didn't want to disclose it. Automatically, that's a problem. So my thing is this. I'm like, yeah, I had talked to students last year and told them things that they need to do. Because again, it's about them being leaders today, not tomorrow, being leaders today. Did they decide to do some things? I don't know. I had no conversation with them. But then that's the thing that I see. We try to minimize the role of young African-American leaders. You talk about you want it, but then guess what? You try to minimize them. So if they have some issues and they are disgruntled about it, they have a right to talk up about it and bring it out. And so Javon Raj, what you were saying, that again, we see this happening and some of us just sitting silent. And then guess what? And we aid and abet. I'm saying some people, not those you're looking at Rontel that, but people who are outside of your circle, part of your circle, they're the ones. See, the Rontel that people, you know better. But the deal is, it's people out there trying to minimize their voices. We cannot and should not minimize their voices because they are necessary and needed, because they are leaders of today. Some of us don't even have the mindset to be leaders, but we're just there based on the fact that we got some connections, some ties. I'm saying no, let these young leaders be out there doing it, because they're leaders for all of us right now. And I throw this on out there, put it on out there with regards to this. What is the future of, now let me back up on something that I thought this was important. Javon talked about Georgia Southern, Savannah, Statesboro. They got to know one another. And now Kwesi talking about Savannah State. They got to know one another. Georgia Southern and Savannah State here, Armstrong campus and Savannah State, they need to foster relationships, especially African-American students need to foster relationships. And then guess what? It expands to now it goes to Savannah Technical College, got to foster relationships. Then it goes on to SCAD, foster relationships. Because at one time you had those type of ties, but then we've seen that they got us all isolated. So now our leaders, our best and our brightest, are no longer talking to one another. So that's why I want to get to what is the future or what would be the future for the Black college graduate with regards to them in college and being leaders right now? What's your thoughts with regards to Quincy? What's your vision with regards to that?
I would say I'm not a fortune teller, so I don't know the future. I would say the future should be, like you said, we should be united. The students on Savannah State campus should have a better camaraderie than what they do now. You know, we should know each other. We should be comfortable to talk to each other about our problems. We should be able to reach out to Georgia Southern, or Georgia Southern reach out to us if they feel some type of way about their university. You know, we're supposed to support each other as Black people in this city. You know, that's what I would say. Our job, the future should be we reaching out to each other, whether it's SCAD, Savannah Tech, Georgia Southern. We should reach out to each other, communicate, make sure everybody's all right. If there's a problem with one university, we should all come together to fix our problems, because they're not going to listen to just a one section, like one small group. You know, we gotta make a strong voice that need to be heard, you know, for the university system of Georgia. And I would also like to say, the comment you made about somebody calling you about, you know, starting a protest. I wish somebody would call me about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this. I was the one who talked to the student leaders about what they should do. That was me. You know, I got my idea from Jamal, but I was the one who talked to them. You know, so, just like what the show said, run and tell that. I was.
And that was insanity. So again, y'all heard it. That was it. And here you go. And these are, I started to say Negroes, but I didn't say that. They're up there in age, acting like that, carrying on like that. I said, just like Malcolm said, if I had the ability to stop a riot, I don't know if I would do that. That's right. People stand up speaking out. And so Giovanna Rogers, and I say this because at Georgia Southern in Savannah, that again, there are things that happen for them that, again, imagine if they had the support of their brothers and sisters from Savannah State also. Because again, just like Quasi Thrive, now it's not just them isolated saying this right here, but guess what? Other people are not saying, no, this is important, because guess what? They're our family. So Giovanna, what's your thoughts with regards to that in the future with regard, because Quasi said he's not a fortune teller, but with regard to that, how we need to see our young African-American college students and leaders now begin to step out to the forefront.
No, yeah, we definitely have to start communicating with each other. I'm like Quasi as well. I have a hope for the future of Black college grads, especially for my campus. I have a hope for them. But the thing is, I'm not sure. But my hope for them is that they start communicating with each other, you know, actually starting to set a foundation and go with it. As long as it's planned and, you know, it's not just willy-nilly, go for it, you know, because we have to start communicating with each other. And, you know, we have to start communicating with Savannah State as well, because I thought that Armstrong and Savannah State had a relationship, like a good relationship before it was Georgia Southern. I'm not sure if it's true. Quasi, please correct me. But, you know, I thought there was, you know, a good relationship, you know, at least they knew each other, where it's not like that now. And so, you know, I just would like for everyone to start communicating with each other, at least having each other's back when things start to fall. Because once they see that, oh, Savannah State and Armstrong, oh, yeah, no, we can't play with them. You got to show them that they can't play with y'all, because they already have y'all money. I'm just going to keep it real. They already have y'all money.
Yeah.
So if you're just one student body coming to your people, your higher up, saying, hey, this is what's going on, they already have your money. They're like, oh, we already got their money. Just say, okay, we got you, and just move on. And then what do you see happening? You know, also holding the institution accountable. Please hold them accountable. Hold them accountable. Stay on their behinds at all times, because that's how you get things done. Because it's not only you just being there, because when you graduate, there are also going to be people coming behind you, coming to the campus. Hopefully they come to the campus, you know. So it's just like, just stay on your institution and stay on each other. Not only just communicate, but stay on each other, which is, I can get it. It's hard to do, but once they see a good amount of people doing it, they're gonna follow behind. So yeah, that's my
All right. Fitting words. Again, we see the camaraderie. We see us as a family coming together and celebrating again. Those folks who have walked across the stage, those walking across the stage, who have walked across the stage today, and we'll be doing it on Saturday and on this entire week. So we're proud of our graduates. And so again, they will go forward, and they are the leaders of today right now. So we're going to leave you with, let you all give one word of inspiration, and you give this word of inspiration in honor of, well, no, I just say that tied to, the inspiration that comes from Heavens V. Jenkins High School. So just give a word of inspiration to the other people that, is done on behalf of Heavens V. Jenkins High School, but go ahead, Giovanna Rogers, a word of inspiration to the people.
My inspiration is to never back down. Never back down from a challenge. Never back down from your goals. Never back down, because you are where you are in life. You're there in life for a reason. It may not seem like, oh, why me? You can ask that question, but never back down, because there are always going to be a challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge. And if you let go and you back down from that one challenge, what are you going to do in the next challenge, in the challenge after that? Even if you fail, keep going. That's a lesson. Don't back down, because you're there for a reason.
Quasi, you got 1 minute or less, because Giovanna took up the time and she's gonna cut you off.
Not really 1 minute. I'm not gonna cut you off, Quasi.
I would say this: keep God first. Stay prayed up, and don't be afraid to say what's on your mind.
Great words from, again, our great graduates: Quasi Jones, Savannah State University; Giovanna Rogers, Georgia Southern University. Proud of these young leaders right here. They're my family. Glad to have them on. We say to y'all, check out Run Tell That again, and we pay homage to Commissioner Larry Gator Rivers again, and to his family on this day right here. That's from coming to Our Black Media, those of us doing shows, and those who are there at the Priscilla Thomas Annex of the Civil Rights Museum, where they're honoring him tonight. And so again, we say to y'all, we see y'all next week. Say peace and blessing. And HVJ in the house. West side. Warriors, baby. No Warriors.
I like that.